Vamos a empezar la grabación.
Bien abadito después de 8 meses por fin pude pasar el abismo y sacar 3 estrellas.
Está bien.
Me falta solo la estrella.
Pues ¿cómo están, loquitos? El video de hoy va a ser tal cual, va a durar lo suyo, porque voy a estar reaccionando aproximadamente una media hora más. Pero como tal, no me he peinado, güey. Vamos a estar, lo he dicho, reaccionando a lo que es la transmisión. Esto no es en vivo, es la ¿cómo se llama? La resubida que tuvieron los propios de Honkai. Pero bueno, lo que más me importa a mí es mi reacción, la más natural. No he visto nada, obviamente sé que viene en vivo no hay Fushuan, pero de ahí, caca de mono. Voy a adelantar porque tampoco es ver un video de 41 minutos y 5 minutos de espera. ¿Qué tal? Está en 1080, se supone. Y Links también.
Paquita, la del barrio, cae bien XD.
A Mario, wey. Hoy no usen tanto el bot, eso, no para decir, wey. Voy a quitar el bot, creo, mucho más fácil, wey. Voy a bajar el volumen a un 25%, wey. Ay, carajo, no me suspires al oído.
My divination results predicted you making a fool of yourself. The show is about to start. Make sure you remember these words. You wouldn't want to tarnish the CNJO's reputation now, would you?
Ya.
Terrible lo que sucederá, eso no más diré.
Algo que me da mucha risa es que la Fushuan en Chibi siento que sigue siendo del mismo tamaño, weón. No sé si soy el único.
No, Master Diviner. After me.
Una Kafka chiquita me daba más gracia que una Fushuan chiquita, weón.
Epical Spectrum. Epical Spectrum. Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle. Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle. The Swarm Disaster. The Swarm Disaster. Audience. Audience. Not bad. Make sure you recite them a few more times. Master Diviner.
Digo, Fushuan.
What is it now?
La verdad, ambos se llaman casi igual, ¿no? Fushuan, Fushuan.
High Cloud Quintet.
La Fus bien parece como si viniera de ver la película Barbie.
Pero ese traje todo rosa, weón.
We place items of the dead onto star skiffs and send them out to sail between the stars.
Ah, tipo vikingo.
To shine brightly among them.
Oh.
Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now.
Uy, uy. Oh, es que sus ojos son bastante bonitos, weón.
All things in this world have their laws.
Ok, entiendo que esa es la técnica, ¿no? Con la que va a iniciar. Más o menos. O su ataque básico. Puede ser. El inhibitor, por favor. Ya, esa es la ultimate, 100%.
As you can see, we added a few things to the simulated universe.
Ay, de nuevo.
Stephen Lloyd thinks this is a big achievement.
Ah, nuevas cositas.
We call it Simulated Universe. The Swarm Disaster.
Ok, ya entiendo lo de la plaga. ¿Qué carajo? Salió todo eso del bolsito, weón. Pelagot. ¡Uy! La animación del ulti son una pastilla gigante, weón. ¡Qué... ¡Ay, qué buena mierda! Te quito mi cámara. No logré verlo. Bueno, aquí no importa mucho. El código ya está puesto en el comentario fijado.
Es una Viagra.
Lo mismo para los que... Es una Viagra, pues quién chicha diga. Lo mismo para los que estén viendo lo de YouTube.
Good morning, good
el bolsito de
Doraemon. You know the rest.
Se caga de risa.
Welcome to the version 1.3 Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruins Special Program.
Como había leído en el Discord, algo curioso es que en el de Japón, en el stream japonés, vino Kinkei no Fushuan.
Today, our three special guests are...
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Wiedenheft and I voice Fushuan.
What's up, guys? I'm Angelica Nupaneni and I voice Sushong.
Hey, Trailblazers.
Voy a retroceder porque quiero la pronunciación de sus nombres, porque suenan lo mismo, pero...
I'm Angelica.
No.
Hi everyone. Sarah Wiedenheft and I voice Fushuan.
What's up, guys?
Shuen.
I'm Angelica Nupanani, and I voice Sushong.
Sushong.
Hey,
Ok,
Trailblazers,
ya está.
I'm Nicholas Leung, and I voice Dan Hung.
Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. I gotta say, that trailer was loaded with details on the new
¿Te
version.
imaginas?
Sarah,
Bueno,
anything
en el
stand
juego.
out for you?
Well, I'm always excited for story updates, but that last segment caught my eye too. The swarm disaster? Was that it? It looked pretty
Una
intense.
plaga.
I know. Did Herta upgrade the simulated universe again? You know, my Trailblazer senses are tingling.
The simulated
Se me hace muy
universe
raro ver
will be
a
getting
Dan
some
Gen hablando
significant
de
updates
manera
in
no
version
seria.
1.3, but that's for later in
Y
the
más en
program.
forma dragón.
First, let's take a look at the new characters joining the war. First on the list, and finally revealing his true power.
Ok, True Power es
We have
Dan
Dan Hung, Imbibitor Lunae.
Imbibitor. 2 FPS, 2 FPS. Dios mío, qué hermoso, weón. El ataque básico potenciado. Eso es la última, te entiendo. Brutal.
Oh, okay. So March wasn't bluffing. Dan Hung does have secret strength. But why would
Una
he
lancita
suddenly
otra
reveal
vez.
it after hiding it for so
Brutal.
long?
Let's not forget he
Sí, fue
did
empal-
get impaled. Yeah, I think if he'd kept it under wraps any longer, he might have had trouble staying alive. You know, desperate times, desperate measures.
Okay, it makes sense.
Si se dan cuenta
but why
acá,
the secrecy
inclusive
up till then?
el propio Blade lo atravesaron
To
para que
answer
él
that
recién
question,
se despertara
we
del
gotta
mar.
talk about Dan Hung's
Por lo menos en su
previous
recuerdo lo ve así.
incarnation, Dan Feng, a member of the High Cloud Quintet.
Dan Fen y Dan
That's
Gen.
right. I'm sure Trailblazers will have noticed that certain characters in the story have been referring to Dan Hung as Imbibitor Lunae.
Imbibitor Lunae.
But Imbibitor Lunae is actually a title handed down as part of the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder Succession. The person they're referring to here isn't Dan Hung, but Dan Feng. Dan Feng was once the Law Fu Vidyadhara High Elder. He achieved great deeds for the Xianzhou in wartime, but ultimately committed an unforgivable sin.
Wait, but if Dan Hung's still alive, then Dan
Otra
Feng's
cosecha.
sin can't have been that unforgivable, right?
I think someone pulled a few strings. There's only one guy in the Law Fu who'd risk the Xianzhou's reputation like that. Xingyuan.
Que hablan del oro,
Is that what
de Lore,
little
de
bird
Lore,
told you,
de Lore, no de
Albert?
Lore.
I never knew owls were so gossipy.
Oh, no. Jingyuan's not to blame this time. The head of the Xianzhou Vidyadhara, the
Ooh.
High Elder, possesses the power to transform into a dragon. The method of entrusting this power to the next head is a closely guarded secret and
Secreto
the
de dragones.
responsibility of each High Elder. We don't know the full story, but Dan Feng misused this method and sparked a terrible calamity.
Ah,
As a
lol.
result, the Vidyadhara grew to hate Dan Feng, but executing him would have brought an end to the High Elder succession. They decided to use an exuviation charm, forcing him to reincarnate.
Ah, obligaron.
Which is why
Y
Dan
por eso.
Hung is alive
Oh,
and
acaban de
well
explicarnos
today.
todo el lore de
The
Dan Gen,
world of
weón.
the Vidyadhara is complicated.
But why would
Oh,
Dan Feng cause
interesante.
so much trouble? I suspect there are a few more secrets waiting for us down the line.
Ah, the allure of the unknown.
Lo bueno es que lo veamos en
Prepare
YouTube con
now,
subtítulos y
A
después.
banquet of
Es eso mismo.
secrets
Que lo estamos viendo con subtítulos y después y no tengo que estar traduciéndolo todo al instante. Pero se pierde un poquito la primicia, ¿no?
As an imaginary type character following the path of destruction, Dan Hung Imbibitor Lunae's
Como muchas gracias, Loquito, por el follow.
is
Perdón por no haber leído tu
consuming
nombre.
multiple skill points to trigger an
Coméntame
array
algo
of
para poder
powerful
saludarte.
abilities.
Que estaban
Tapping
leyendo.
the skill button enhances the effects of Imbibitor Lunae's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus, up to 3
la
times
miércoles,
in
bro.
succession. Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence, Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively.
Sal
Hits
para
per
la mierda.
action and damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear and Fulgurant Leap.
And Imbiber Lunay's talent, Righteous Heart, amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbiber Lunay's allies.
Hold that thought. When using his ultimate, Imbiber Lunay deals imaginary damage to a single target
Siempre
and
cuando
adjacent
Blade
enemies,
reciba el
while
daño,
also
funcionan
receiving
bastante
a
bien.
set amount of Squama
Si lo que hace simplemente es
Sacrosancta.
reducirlo, pues sí.
Squama Sacrosancta can be used to
Una
offset
versión.
Imbiber
Estamos viendo
Lunay's
eso.
skill point
Sé que lo reacciono,
consumption.
no me spoileo de nada.
Man, Secret
Más que
Strength
ya sé los
on
banners
is
hoy.
kind of a one-man band.
But that's not all. Imbiber Lunay's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadragon, allows him
LOL.
to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time. In this state, using an attack causes Imbiber
Oh, qué buena
Lunay
técnica,
to
weón.
lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with.
Cool.
Entering battle in this way allows Imbiber Lunay to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
Hello! Such is the frightful power of the high elder.
Yo voy a ir por él, weón.
Now that we've introduced
80,
Secret
casi 90
Strength
deseos van por
Hung,
él.
let's move on to an old friend of ours.
Hará más daño, vale
Master
mierda.
Diviner, Lady Fushuen.
¿Te imaginas que esté al costado, weón, del SSS? Ahora, al fin voy a saber qué hace la Fushuan, weón. Tanto predecir qué hace. No ver videos con su miniatura de esta loca. La musiquita. Aplaude. LOL, no me digas que esa es la ultimate. No, huevón. Qué hermosa
Her first
animación,
encounter
weón.
with the Trailblazers was pretty impressive.
From
No
high
lo había
above,
visto,
amid a
weón.
hail of bullets came the words.
Your
Es demasiado.
every move has been foreseen.
Me está pasándole con Jay Miko, weón. Solamente por lo épico que era la ulti de Jay Miko, weón.
Okay,
Dije,
you
quiero
gotta
por ella.
admit, her bullet deflection game
Igual voy a
is
tirar por ella, ya
on
saben.
point.
Me aseguro en Bienvenidos Lunae, con Fushuan, sea lo que pase, pase lo que quiera, todo. Y luego voy por
I can't
Topaz.
see her swatting one of those out of the sky.
Yo voy por mi dragón. Si me sale rápido dragón, tiro por Fushuan.
Our hexagrammatic position is fluctuating between the earth and water trigrams. What do we have to fear? Let us counter this menace directly with the might of the
Oye,
Sun.
ver a la Fusión chiquita
Yes, Sean
cruzar los
Translation.
brazos, espérate, tengo que repetirlo. Oye, ¿por qué me da tanta risa, weón? Mírenla.
Between the earth and water trigrams. What do we have to fear? Let us counter
No
this
me lo puedo
menace
tomar en
directly
serio,
with the
weón.
might of the Xianzhou.
Oh, Sushung translation. Hexagram says let's do this.
Ya lo tengo todo farmeado.
You know,
¿A
I think the
Fushuan?
Divination Commission would
O
benefit from
a...
having
Yo tengo
Sushung
para
as a
Bienvenidos Lunae, ya lo
translator.
tengo ya. Mi Bienvenidos
The
Lunae ahorita queda.
omniscia on Fushuan's
Queda,
forehead
queda.
is a mysterious instrument that allows her to calculate her every move in advance.
A la Fushuan.
However,
Está
the
bien, se
immortal
respeta.
bodies of the Xianzhou natives exhibit adverse
Si mal no
reactions
estoy
to
pensándolo
external
bien,
augmentation.
el mejor set es el
While
que
the
reduce el daño, ¿no? Y te
omniscia
cura
may
cuando
grant
bajas del
incredible
50% de la vida.
computational abilities, it also causes her pain
O
and
2 de vida y 2 de ese reset,
Oh,
¿no?
well, with great power,
Vida con reducción de
you
daño.
know the rest.
That explains Fushuan's reliance on bubble tea then, huh? I heard she drinks like 10 cups of Immortal's Delight a day.
no.
Hey, that sounds like gossip to me. What if Immortal's Delight is just heckin' delicious?
I suspect it is, though I'm sure the sugar helps. Running the Divination Commission and divining the fortunes of the Xianzhou, it's an exhausting gig.
Alright, Anjali's right. No more bubble tea gossip. By way of apology,
No lo sé,
how
bro.
about I treat everyone to 10 cups of Immortal's Delight
Preservación.
after the
Conservación es de conserva.
Yes! Now we're talking.
show? Let's talk about bubble tea there.
Aún no
It's
sé los
time to
dupes
take
que
a
hacen
look
sus
at how the
celodones.
Master Diviner
Ya cuando haga su video de
showcases her
así será X
abilities on the
personaje,
battlefield.
me meteré
Fushuan
lo que
is
hace.
a quantum type character, following the
Quantum.
path of preservation. But where
Ya.
other path of preservation characters mainly use shields for defense,
Algunos usan escudos,
Fushuan
pero...
takes a different road.
Precisely. After using her
¿Por qué
skill,
traduzco si está
Fushuan
abajo?
activates the Matrix of Prescience, which lasts for a set number of turns. This allows Fushuan to absorb some of that damage for her allies.
Brutal.
When the
Pues sí,
Matrix of
redireccionaba el
Prescience is
daño.
active, it grants the knowledge effect to the entire team, increasing characters' max HP and
Okay.
crit rate. Fushuan's talent
Perfecto
offers
para
a
Blade.
variety of effects. Firstly, Fushun can provide a permanent misfortune avoidance state, reducing the damage taken by the entire team.
Okay.
Secondly, when Fushun's HP drops below a set percentage, she recovers a set percentage of HP.
POV, your Fushun's
¿Qué?
enemy.
Se gilea sola.
Attacks healing her.
That's not all. Fushun's ultimate deals quantum damage to all enemies, but it
Yeah.
also increases the frequency of her talent's HP restoration effect. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Fushun's technique can grant a barrier for the whole team that lasts for a set duration. During exploration, the barrier blocks all enemy attacks, thereby preventing battles that would otherwise have triggered in this way.
Okay,
Her
pero...
technique also activates the matrix of prescience automatically
inicias
at the
con la
start of the
matriz
next
activa.
battle.
That's our master diviner.
¿Qué carajos?
And determined.
¿Es
No wonder
un
she's got a
conservación que
sight set
te
on the
cura?
generalship. See, her style is very different to Jingyu Wen's.
Aunque no creo
But
que te
being a
pueda... O
defensive
sea, ella no
backbone
muere,
for her
entiendo.
team
Pero el
is
equipo puede que sí se acabe muriendo, ¿no? O cura también al equipo. Solo vi que se curaba ella.
Playing chess on the
Fue eso lo
job
que entendí.
either.
I didn't say it.
We're moving swiftly onto our
Pero
final
bufea vida y
character. It's
bufea
time
probabilidad,
we
¿eh?
introduce the young girl
O hace
from
todo,
Alabama,
está cojuda, ¿no?
Lynx Landau.
Lynx Landau. Bien, bien, bien. A ver, la otra, la chibolita. La hermana menor.
Quizás se tenga que llevar con Lixa.
Quizás se tenga que llevar con Lynx, probablemente. Muy probablemente es lo que estaba pensando. Te muestran un atún, what the fuck. La animación de la Ultimate. Se sacaba del... Bueno, no, del bolso tremenda píldora,
Her
weón.
name ring a bell? You got it. She's the younger sister of Serval and Japard Landau.
Landau.
You know, is it just me, or should everyone in the overworld be taking tips from Lynx? She's the only person I've seen who's dressed for the eternal freeze.
Eso es verdad. Es la única persona que yo también he visto que tiene ropa de invierno, en terrible
I
invierno.
think those geomarrow heaters keep the temperature relatively comfortable within the confines of the city.
Oh, so Lynx's winter gear is for venturing outside the city, right?
Ah, pero eso explica por qué está acampando encima de hielo.
Lynx has always been drawn to the horizon. The centuries-old records of Yarilo VI's vibrant past, the beautiful auroras described by her teachers, the heroic tales of the Landau family. All of it pertains to the world beyond the city walls, where the Belabagians call the snow plains. Compared with her sister's enthusiasm and her brother's seriousness, Lynx is somewhat introverted and comfortable with solitude.
Es lo que iba a decir, parece un poco que no es de muchas palabras.
Snow plains, which has allowed her to hone her wilderness survival skills.
Ooh, she's gonna be the world's smallest survival expert.
Que no reacciones así, weón. No le va. Mata el topping, weón.
Let's dive right in and see just how powerful this snow plains
Vamos a ver.
explorer really
Ya me
is.
dijeron ustedes qué hacía,
Yeah,
pero
Lynx is a quantum type character
No
following the
importa.
path of abundance, who provides a
Abundancia.
variety of healing for her team. Her skill can restore HP to a single ally and grant them survival response for
le
a
das
set number
atún a
of
tu aliado
turns,
bien,
boosting their max HP.
aumenta
If
la
an
vida
ally with
máxima.
survival response follows the paths of destruction or
Si es de destrucción o
preservation,
conservación,
the likelihood of
aumenta
them
la
being
probabilidad de ser
targeted by
blanco.
enemy attacks increases.
Ok.
Increased enemy
Muy bueno
aggression?
jalar el agro.
Guess they're
Creo que
not
por
fans of
encima de
whatever's in that
Fushuan.
tin.
A ver, espera. Si llevamos Blade, Fushuan, Lynx y Bailu, aumentamos la vida máxima del loco del Blade. Creo que demasiado, ¿no? Bueno, quitando a Bailu y poniendo yo que sea una Bronia quizá, haremos mucho más daño. Pero Dios mío, qué absurdo, weón. Puro soporte dedicado estoy viendo para Blade. Ah, claro, no renta, pero... Imagínate Blade con 12k de vida o 10k de vida, weón. Dios mío.
Can't say that I blame them.
My, that looks like fermented herring. Ooh, it's my favorite. You guys want to try
Bueno, es
some?
un búho, es verdad.
I'm good.
No. Can you forget about the contents of the tin? This is a
atuncito.
useful ability.
I'll say this. Directing enemy aggression towards characters who can take a hit is kinda genius.
Does she have any edible tricks up her sleeve?
This one looks safe for
Yo creo que manda el agro a
Lynx's
esos tipos
ultimate
porque
restores health
apestan a
to
culo.
and
Entonces, como
dispels
le
one
pone un
diva
atún que
from each
apesta, al otro dicen sáquenle la miércoles, mátenlo de una vez. ¿no?
I know. Yo, talk
Y
about
eso es lo
a
más
hard
loco,
pill
weón.
to swallow, Anyone?
¿Cómo carajo sostiene eso, weón?
No? Anjali?
See, I'm just wondering how she even fits it in her backpack.
Eso es verdad.
Sometimes big things come in small packages. You know, I forgot to mention.
Pero no
Lynx's
mencionaron qué
talent.
hace.
It can grant a continuous healing effect
Pero no mencionaron qué hace el
to
ultimate.
skill and ultimate for a set number of turns. This effect will further restore a set amount of HP to characters with survival response. Similarly, her technique can also grant a continuous healing
Se pusieron a hablar,
for a
weón.
set number of turns, but to the entire team. Talk about being a reliable healer.
Hoy cura demasiado, ¿no?
That's our
Pobre
little
Natasha.
Snow Plains Explorer. We can all breathe a little easier with her on the team. Well, that concludes our new character introductions. Next
Mejor
up,
que Bailo y
let's take a
Natasha.
look at the brand
Sé que
new
quitaba dibujo
5-star
por
light
ustedes, pero
codes
¿lo
coming
mencionaron
to the
acá?
warp in version 1.3. To get us started,
Voy a volver.
Say this. Directing enemy aggression towards characters who can take a hit is kinda genius.
Si la ulti quita dibujo, me lo dijeron ustedes, pero no lo mencionaron, creo. Estoy sordo.
This one looks safe for consumption. Lynx's ultimate restores health
Acá
to
está.
and dispels one
Y
diva
disperso,
from
que sí le
each
decían,
ally.
sí le decían.
Huge.
Solo que esta cosa gigantesca me distrajo. Cleo Rocco, ¿cómo estás?
It will further restore a set
Ok, ya hablaron de eso, estaban entrando acá.
that concludes our new
Disipa todo el
light
equipo,
codes
weón. Solo
coming to
con
the
que
warp
disipe todo el
in
equipo
version
ya es
1.3.
muy
To
buena.
get us started,
Demasiado
how
buena.
about a path of destruction light cone?
¡Ah,
Brighter than
¡Lol!
the sun.
El cono, este es de Dan Fen. O sea, el de la imagen es Dan Fen, entiendo. Porque está prisionado, o es Dan Gen.
Is there anything brighter than the sun?
Que a priori es lo mismo, pero ya me entienden.
We should tell Imbibitor Lunae about it. Someone needs some vitamin D.
Hey, come on. He's looking pretty good for a man suspended in chains. You know what I mean? Yeah?
La pelirrosa, yo veo eso y también me enamoraría, weón.
Fair point. Now, on to a path of preservation.
¡Ah,
light
lol, el cono,
Poor
huevón!
girl. Everything changed in an instant.
Thrown suddenly into an endless reliance on bubble tea.
Ella ya cerró los
speaking of
ojos.
bubble tea.
Como si hubiera muerto, weón. ¿Qué fue?
Any chance
Y
we
llorando,
can
está llorando.
fast-track that offer?
LOL, qué buena imagen de cono.
No. Now, during the first phase of version 1.3 in the character
Yukon, y ya está.
Epical Spectrum, Trailblazers can
Momento
obtain
que
the limited
consigo
5-star
la, ¿cómo se
character
llama?
Don
7 de
Hung
marzo
and
C6, bueno, y no me sale ni una Yukon.
And in the
viene,
corresponding light cone
se
event
viene, se
warp,
viene.
the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, brighter than the sun, will be boosted. During the second phase of version 1.3 in the character warp, foreseen, foreknown, foretold,
Ay, puro chibola viene, en verdad.
Trailblazers can obtain the limited
Era el
5-star character Fushue.
Lynx, Hook y
Not
Pela.
to mention the 4-star character
La Hook no
Lynx,
sé qué
who
tiene que
will
ver ahí,
also be
pero bueno.
joining the warp. During the corresponding light cone
Bueno,
event
tiraré
warp,
para
the
conseguir a la
drop
Lynx,
rate of the
supongo. Aunque no
5-star
necesito,
light
teniendo
cone,
a...
she already shut her eyes, will
Yo
be
necesito a
boosted.
Lynx, es que tengo lucha.
And that's all she wrote on light cones and warps.
Lo que sí saco la pela
But don't
E6,
leave just
entonces
at
me viene
that.
bien.
More exciting updates are right around the corner.
Ok. Oye, bastante potente, ¿ah? Vamos a skipear, ya saben que el código lo tienen en el comentario fijado ahorita.
Y las dudas.
Es como tener a Bailo por las y las dudas. Es verdad, es verdad.
And thanks to the collaborative efforts of Jingyuan and Don Hung, Fantilia was banished and the Ambrosial Arbor crisis
Bueno, esto
was
es un poco de la
resolved.
historia.
And yet, as the dust settles, easing the fears of the citizenry becomes a new priority.
Rightly so. Helping people get back to their old lives is a big part of rebuilding.
Nueva misión.
And more often than not, responding to a disaster is trickier than preventing one.
In version 1.3, the Trailblaze mission obsequies performed, a long road ahead, will reveal
Aquí
a
igual-
glimpse of the Xianzhou's
Ya, ya.
recovery efforts. We'll also be seeing the likes
Ok.
of 4 new
Uy, 4
companion
misiones.
missions. The Dragon returns home.
Espérate,
to
misión de 7 de marzo,
farther than
¿ah?
the Snow Plains and
Que de su historia se sabe muy
In
poco
the
y nos están
Dragon
dando ahorita
Returns
una.
Home, we find Don Hung in the turbulent wake
Espero
of the
que
Ambrosial
toquen de
Arbor
su pasado,
crisis.
por
He
favor.
must face up to his past
Y que haga un
life
flashback o
and
algo
meet
así.
with the current Vidyadhara High Elder, Lady Bai Lu.
Y de
Meanwhile,
Bienvenidos,
in Total
obvio.
Recall, March 7th makes a big decision. Having witnessed the wonders of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, she decides to ask Fu Xuan for the Matrix's help in rediscovering her past.
¡Uy, qué! ¡Uy, sí, qué buena misión, huevón, va a ser!
The Landau family. Lynx returns from an expedition.
Va a pedirle a Fu Xuan poder ver su pasado, weón.
Serval and Japard are at a loss to help. They decide to seek the assistance of none other than the Trailblazer.
And last but not
Va a ser una muy buena
least,
misión, weón.
Hashley. Wildfire member and Fight Club reigning champion Luca has returned to Boulder Town. He wastes no time in inviting the Trailblazer and Zila to help him in completing a special bout of training.
Ooh, nice cinematic read there, Albert. I'm getting
Pensé que el campeón
goosebumps.
éramos nosotros, weón.
Oh, those
El
names
evento.
are so intriguing. I feel like these missions will answer a lot of questions. Like, why is Bailu the current Vidyadhara High Elder? And is March 7th truly as
Ah,
many
Bailu es la
people
actual Gran Maestre.
current Vidyadhara High Elder? And is March 7th truly as many people suspect?
This is hardly the domain of unverified rumors.
Uy, uy, cositas,
This is a serious program.
Serious? More like bubble tea gossip central.
Speaking of bubble tea, fine, I'll wait.
¿Cómo lo
In
callan,
our
weón?
next segment, we'll be talking version 1.3.
Ah, nos regalan a Fu Xuan.
Exalting Sanctum's Aramali was once a hub of commerce and crowds, but has gradually fallen into obscurity over the
Nos
last
regalan a Fu
millennium.
Xuan, ¿ah?
The blink of an eye for a long-lived species.
Está
And
bien.
now, as the IPC's corporate interference encroaches upon the Lao Fu, the people sense danger and are striving to breathe new life into old trades. In the O'Malley's Hustle and Bustle event, Trailblazers are thrown right into the action with an opportunity to influence the Ali's ultimate fate.
Wait. What do we need to do exactly?
What shops of numerous sizes can be found in the newly reopened Aram Alley district? By arranging
Okay.
cargo shipments and planning logistics
Ah,
routes,
¿de nuevo?
Trailblazers can accumulate funds. These funds can be used to progressively revamp the urban
De nuevo tenemos que
landscape of Aram
encargarnos de
Alley,
vender cosas, ¿eh?
helping it return to its
De un
former
museo
glory.
a dirigir un
By
museo, ahora
achieving
dirigir
goals in this
un
limited time event,
un
players
centro,
can earn
no centro comercial, pero sí un lugar
self-modeling
al
resin,
aire
tracks
libre.
of destiny, stellar
Pero bueno,
jade, and 4-star
dan todo.
characters to shine.
Dan todo y hasta un
Following this
personaje, entonces se
limited time
recontrace.
event, O'Malley will remain in the game as a permanent mode. This mode includes rewards such
Oh,
as
modo
the
permanente
O'Malley
todavía.
themed phone wallpaper in
¡A la
Gene
miércoles! Es un montón.
That's something we haven't seen before?
Dreams. That's right.
Phone wallpaper.
Phone wallpapers are a new feature being added to
¡Aló,
version
no jodas!
1.3. Trailblazers can browse
Oh,
and replace
esto
their
ya es otra
wallpapers
cosita.
using the in-game
Esto ya es otra
mobile
cosita.
menu.
So pretty.
Espero que deberían dar uno de estos cada que acabas un salón olvidado. Te terminas un salón olvidado o yo que sé, consigues cierta cantidad de estrellas en total de una actualización y deberían darte uno como que recompensa de haberte superado todos los salones olvidados. Ahí sí me lo trajardeo.
I mean, we're still waiting on those bubble teas, so I'm just saying.
In any case, the update is the collaborative effort of 4 genius minds. They call it Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster.
Es Warm Disaster.
They completed a broad spectrum of structural
Ok,
renovations
básicamente
purely to
ampliación al
investigate
universo
the
simulado.
fall of an eon.
The Swarm
La caída de un
Disaster.
eón.
Sounds like it might have something to do with what is that eon's name again? Tazy something?
Tazeroth, the Eon of Propagation.
Propagación.
Interesting. What motivated Herta and her team to research the imperative?
Pero esa va a ser la nueva vía que se venga.
Ooh, I'll tell
La vía de
you.
la propagación.
From the story so far, we've heard that the
Dendro.
propagation once caused a
Oh.
major swarm, which spread throughout the universe. This eventually caught the attention of multiple eons who united to eradicate it.
La
This event
propagación.
involved more eons than any other recorded event in history, which of course makes it an excellent research subject.
So that's how it is.
In order to
Ya,
delve
¿cuántos
into this
eventos?
complicated history,
De momento.
Herta and her team have developed various new methods of exploration. In Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster, the stage
uno
maps will
especial.
appear in a format similar to a chessboard. Trailblazers will need to navigate through randomly generated domains and tackle a variety of challenges before making it to the deepest parts of the simulation.
I'm assuming these geniuses had more in mind than simply
pelo en chancho, eso no puede ser tan mala, weón.
Right you are. In
El que
order
tenga
to
Cele ahí
simulate
se
the
lo pasa todo.
experiences of different path striders and resonate with the eons,
LOL.
a brilliant mind named Steven developed the audience die.
Es
and
un universo
community
simulado
device.
completamente nuevo.
Die? Oh, come on, Albert. That's not a nice thing to say to the audience.
Die as in
Oye,
singular
creo que es mejor
for
actualización que la
dice.
1.2.
It has to do with the eons bestowing random gifts upon pathstriders. Before
Podemos hacer
progressing each
reroll.
turn, use the communing device to roll the audience die. This will generate special
De
effects.
que hago
for the
clickbait,
current
creo que hago
turn.
clickbait, da la mejor
These special
actualización
effects
en mi
might
opinión,
provide
weón.
our team with powerful buffs, or alter the chessboard in some way,
Oye.
or even create further variables.
Es demasiado
for
fuerte
subsequent
esto, ¿ah?
actions.
Este evento es muy bueno.
The chessboard and grids are superficial. The true intent of the geniuses is to delve into the mysteries of the eons. Each exploration will encompass 3 planes corresponding
Ok,
to
pero hay un lugar donde puede reclamar
sectorums of
Hades por
emergence,
haber descubierto
expansion,
cosas.
and demise. Trailblazers will encounter simulated historical events during these phases, and different responses will lead to different outcomes.
Nueva máscara,
But do
Y un
these
nuevo objeto.
simulations really recreate the truth?
nuevos
The
eventos.
official response is that due to the many historical unknowns, all potential outcomes are valuable. The data helps us infer the most probable truth.
Oh,
And
está de
the
PTM,
unofficial
weón.
response?
Madam Herta said,
Es un nuevo
and
modo
I
entero,
quote,
weón.
You can't prove that the past wasn't like this, can you?
Ay, volvemos a esta escena.
Undeniably
Dios
a
mío.
genius.
Madam Herta has also developed
Dios
a
mío.
path space for the express purpose of enhancing the resonance between trailblazers and their
Oh, es
paths.
demasiado.
As a trailblazer, every
Se han
action you
sacado
take
un
that
nuevo
aligns
modo
with
del
your
poto.
path during exploration can
Pero
help
entero,
you to
entero bueno.
obtain path energy, leading you closer to the eons.
And what can we expect when we get closer to the eons?
Now, once you
Mi
have
pregunta
sufficient
es,
path energy, you'll be able to
este modo
unlock
viene a
specific
quedarse,
buffs
entiendo, ¿no?
and the chance to interact directly
solo
with
ese
the
evento?
corresponding eon, thereby uncovering their part in the swarm disaster.
Okay, so we've been hearing those words a lot, but none of this feels swarmish or disastery enough to
El
me.
modo viene a quedarse.
Say no more. In the final domain
Mira, a ver,
of the
cuánto muy
third
imaginario.
plane of each
Qué curiosos
exploration,
esos dos
trailblazers
elementos,
will
¿no?
encounter a brand new enemy.
Es el nuevo piso del universo simulado.
True Sting.
Nuevo
True Stings
piso.
have the
Creo que se
ability to
debe llamar
divide
distinto,
and
¿no?
create
Piso.
more swarms.
O algo
If
así.
not dealt
Y
with properly,
que sea
the
permanente es
entire
demasiado.
battlefield will eventually be overrun by the
Le sacó un
swarm.
ojo de la cara al Blade, weón, y tiene casi 5.000 de vida, weón.
Suitably disastery.
Yeah, okay, that's plenty. Gives me the creeps just thinking about it.
Finally,
Okay.
upon clearing
Propagación,
simulated
sí.
universe, the swarm disaster, the brand new path of
Basic attack.
propagation
O sea,
will be unlocked
para que lo juegues con
within
Inhibitor
the
Lunar.
simulated universe.
Ay, what a roller coaster. That's a big update, all right.
And
Es demasiado.
big updates need big rewards. Take note. Aside from Stellar Jade and numerous other materials,
Pues tenía razón.
the swarm disaster rewards
Es demasiado.
include
Es
2
demasiado.
self-modeling resins.
Those things are
Es demasiado.
rarer than rare. Are there really 2 up for grabs?
You better believe it. And
Es
I highly
demasiadas
encourage trailblazers
recompensas.
to give it a go. Next up is the Space Station Task Force event.
Okay,
Revitalizing
va-
the space station
demasiado.
is no small undertaking. If we want to speed things up, we'll need to enlist the help of a task force with special permission.
Este ya es un evento de
Watson
cliqueas y te
has
vas.
lined up all the assignments that require attention.
Ni Genshin se atrevió
Over to you,
tanto.
Trailblazers.
Bueno, sí, sacó un
During the
TCG, pero
event,
nadie le
by
gustó. Bueno,
assembling
no
a
nadie,
team
pero
that
muy
meets
poco
the
le gustaron.
requirements of specific assignments, you'll be
Lol.
able to earn rewards such as Stellar Jade and
Ok, esto es un poquito más parecido a lo que es
And as the message
al,
makes
¿cómo se
clear,
llama?
there will be requests and assignments.
Esto de categoría A, B y C, eso me recuerda un montón al Honkai Impact 3D, pero recontra, weón. Es muy
Every
parecido
day,
a
it's
esa vaina.
almost impossible to finish them all.
Version 1.3 will also see the return
Hoy por dos de
of the Planet
ornamentos,
Fisher
weón.
and Garden of Plenty events. during the respective events.
Y por dos de aquí para que farme el rico hoy. ¿Qué es esto?
Can earn you a set amount of double
¿Que me vas a decir que ahora por dos de
rewards.
artefactos también? No creo.
At the same time, version 1.3 will unlock 2 new stagnant shadow stages, Shape of Puppetry and Shape of Abomination.
Ok, puedes matarte al mono o al coso
will
este.
drop Suppressing Edict, Ascension material required for Dan Heng and Bibita Lune. The latter will drop Nail of the
Ok,
Eight,
esto entiendo que es
Ascension
para
material
Fushuan.
required for Fushuan.
Y el otro va a ser para Bibita Lune.
Oh, and I'm not done with you yet. Version 1.3 system
Quería haberme matado al
updates
mono, pero
are
bueno,
just
los que
as
quieren
momentous.
matarse al mono es para Fushuan.
First off, after the version 1.3 update, the Trailblaze power cap
Esto
will be
ya lo
raised from
habíamos visto en las notas del
180
parche.
to
El videito que
240.
hice, pero esto está brutal, güey.
Exactly the amount that regenerates in a day. Once Trailblaze power maxes out, a percentage of the surplus is
Esto es
converted
buenísimo, weón.
into reserved Trailblaze power.
Ah, so in other words, if you forget to log on,
No,
you
Cleo,
won't
no,
have
no
way
me
too
digas
much
eso.
Trailblaze power.
And here's something else. The 1.3 update will also bring changes to the friends and chat systems, which include being able
tiene
to sort
Honkai
to
en el nombre.
friends. And Trailblazers not currently accepting new friend requests can choose to disable them in settings.
Prácticamente, literalmente.
Icing on the cake, you can now send emojis in chat.
Ok, esto está bonito, esto está
At
bonito.
last, bring on the
No sé
pom-pom and March 7th
con quién
emoji.
hables, porque creo que nadie se habla por el juego, pero...
crossed for some authentic boomer material.
Está bien.
And of course, we have the crowd favorite,
Boom.
Gift of Odyssey Chicken
¡Ay!
Reward.
No puede ser, weón.
Logging
Me
in for
regalan
7
un
days
login, no
gets you
jodas,
10
weón.
warps. It might just be your lucky break.
Nicholas, I admire
Ay,
your
¿qué
confidence.
es esta actualización?
Last but not least, Honkai Star Rail will also be a part of this year's Gamescom.
De la
What
Gamescom,
surprising
ni
updates await
cagando.
us? Watch this Space Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Ni cagando.
Let's roll out today's final redemption code.
El último código de canje. Ay, que acabo de ver, weón. ¿Qué es Fontaine?
All
decía?
good things must come to an end, and so must today's special program.
¿Qué es Fontaine?
We've covered quite a bit about the 1.3 update. Any thoughts or feelings from our guests? What are you most looking forward to?
Man, so much to choose from, but for me, it's gotta be the characters.
No, el
Dan,
universo
Bibita
simulado.
Lune,
Pito,
Fushuan,
Pito,
and
Fushuan, tú
Lynx are
eres
all
4
stuck.
estrellas, esquipeable.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the simulated
No, no voy a dejarle
universe.
hablar,
With the warps.
And as for me, I'm super excited about the simulated
no, el universo
universe
simulado.
update. The new gameplay and story aspects sound brilliant.
Yeah. Well, since you guys covered the obvious, I'll go for something a little different. I feel like this version's quality of life enhancements are really good.
recontra.
I love the Trailblaze power cap increase and the new reserve Trailblaze power feature. They may sound minor, but I think they'll make a big difference to the experience.
Eso es verdad.
Totally! And I'm sure the gaming experience will keep improving as the updates keep rolling. Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.3 special program.
No, no se
As
spoilea nada.
always, thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in. And may our paths cross again soon.
Bye, guys!
Catch you later.
See you next time.
Bubble tea, bubble tea, bubble tea.
Fine.
Bubble tea.
Yeah.
Bubble tea. Hoy. Qué buena actualización, ¿ah? Demasiadas cosas, gente. Demasiadas cosas. Me encanta. Pero bueno, tal cual. Vamos a estar dejando lo que es el videíto de justamente mi reacción a todo lo que es el programa especial de la 1.3. Para los que no supieron y por ahí estuvieron llegando después, estaba grabando para el video y para YouTube. Y sin más, el resumen muy probablemente lo subo el día de mañana, ya con, pues básicamente hablando de todo un poquito más, sin mucha cháchara de lo que ellos comentaban. Pero de todas maneras, brutal la actualización, la verdad. Creo que no hay pierde. Si no es... Es que no sé. Es que creo que es literalmente le superó la 1.2 y con creces, weón. No me esperaba para nada un universo simulado por completamente nuevo. Y de ahí que Dangen, obviamente, Fushuan, más resina. Bueno, más cap, no más resina. Pero todas esas cositas son pequeños detalles que finalmente lo hacen demasiado bueno a la actualización. Es mucho. Es demasiado, weón. Es demasiado, y lo chistoso es que creo que muchos de ahora ya empiecen a los estudios y toda esa vaina o los trabajos ya se van las vacaciones. Pero bueno, como siempre, es un gusto haber estado acá, loquitos. Pues para los del video, básicamente voy a seguir en la transmisión. Muchas gracias por haberse pasado por el video. Ya saben que pueden dejar su like y suscribirse. Que por ahí estamos acercándonos a los 620 y tantos. Con fe llegamos a los 700 por aquí, empezando el siguiente mes o ya finalizando este. Sería un milagro que llegase a finalizar este mes con 700 suscriptores, pero bueno. De todas maneras, como siempre, es un gusto haber estado acá con ustedes. Soy Abuelito de Podio. Gracias por su apoyo y nos vemos en el siguiente gameplay. Un saludo a todos y adiós.